Hey, what's up everyone? In this video, we'll be talking about method overriding in Java. So method overriding is when a child class wants to use the same method signature as one in the parent class, okay? So let me show you what this looks like in code. So here I have a class called animal, and it has one method, and this method is called introduce. The return type is void, and the access modifier is public, okay? Now, if we go to this other class called dog, you'll notice that it also has a method with the same name. It's also called introduce. The return type is also void, and the access modifier is also public. So as you can see, the method signature from this method here in the dog class is the same as the one in the animal class, okay? The only difference here is the implementation, okay? You'll notice that this version of introduce, the one that's in the animal class, prints out I am an animal, okay? And that makes sense, right? Because after all, this method is inside of the animal class. And of course, if we go to the dog class, the implementation for this version of introduce prints out I am a dog, okay? And so what we're seeing here is called method overriding, okay? In other words, the dog class is overriding its parent's introduce method, okay? The dog class in this case is the child, and the animal class in this case is the parent, okay? Now, in order for this to truly be a method override, the dog class needs to extend the animal class, okay? So what we're seeing here is there is a link between dog and animal. Now we can simply remove extends and animal, okay? And this would work just as well, okay? This right here is simply a class called dog, which has a method called introduce, okay? And this right here is the implementation. It simply prints out I am a dog. And then in the animal class, nothing really changes, right? You'll see this right here. If I click, you'll see it'll go away. You see? We're no longer overriding because there's no link between dog and animal. There is no parent and child relation anymore. There's no link. So it's not a method override. So this right here could easily work. But you're probably asking yourself, well, what is the point of method overriding? And the reason for this is simply to better organize and design your code, okay? Remember, you're not the only one who's going to be looking at your code. It'll be living in a server somewhere for many, many years to come. And so you'll have other developers come in and look at your code. So when things are designed this way, in where there's sort of a hierarchy with parent and child classes, it gives people a better understanding, or at least gives them an idea of what to expect in a class. And this sort of makes sense, right? Because if you have a dog class that extends animal, okay? If you see any other classes that also extend animal, maybe cat extends animal, or turtle extends animal or anything like that, you'll sort of get a better idea of what to expect in that method. And so everything is just neatly and tightly designed, okay? All right, now remember that constructors are also technically methods, so you will be able to override a parent's constructor as well, okay? All right, so that is all for this video. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Thanks.